So welcome to Fairfield, California, home of your Lady Falcons. I apologize for some technical difficulties with our audio early on in this broadcast. We're going to pick up here in the bottom half of the second. So your Lady Falcons, who are 17-13 on this season, are playing host to the Mendocino Eagles, who come in at 7-19. So this is the first game in a doubleheader here today. Solano's definitely put some pressure on the Mendocino defense in the bottom half of the first inning, scoring 2 runs. And as we pick up here, that was Brittany Sluzniak, the designated player today for the Falcons, getting a walk. That'll bring up Ceci Yarrow, who's playing first base today for Solano. As she lays down a nice bunt to third base. A nice productive out there for Yarrow as Sluzniak makes her way to second. So that'll bring up number 7 and the top of the order, Aaliyah Turner. Aaliyah playing shortstop today for the Falcons. Bottom half of the first, she had a single and a stolen base as she ropes this one into center. Coming around to score is Sluzniak, and she makes it, and Alea makes her way over to second base. So another single there for Turner. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Caitlin Aston. Caitlin had a double in her first plate appearance here today. So we've got Turner on second for Aston. There's one away here in the bottom half of the second. She takes that high and outside for ball 1.
Yeah, pitch on the outside again from Hale. Just in the strike zone to start off this at-bat.
And that one is just a bit outside. So on paper, the Eagles come in fairly well matched on offense with Solano. As we've seen here early today, it's maybe the defense that has been causing them some trouble and responsible for their 7-19 record. So that's a quick ball 3 to Aston.
Yeah, Hale's having a tough time finding the strike zone. She's going to look to regroup on this next pitch.
And that sneaks in there. Looked like Caitlin was taking all the way. So the count now 3-1. Haley Finley at third base for Mendocino. Seen a lot of action here today. She's playing in. Maybe guard against the bunt, but it won't matter. It's ball 4 to Aston, and she makes her way down to first. So that's going to bring up the catcher here today for Solano, Elena Selden. Selden reached on an error to the third base. Finley back in the first.
And we're already seeing 2 walks here in this bottom half of the inning, so Hale's going to look to continue to try to do something.
She turns around to bunt and gets past the catcher, Krista Holman, so both runners will advance on the pass ball.
Yeah, and you said just the defense is just really the problem so far for the Eagles in the early innings of this game.
And Solano out to a quick 3-0 lead here. And that is swung on and just foul down the third baseline. That would have probably scored both runners, given Selden at least a double. So the count now 1-1 to Elena. A little bit of a delay there on the field. So 1-1 once again to Selden and the pitch, and that is low and in the dirt. A good stop there by Holman behind the dish. Yeah, Erin Hale in the circle for Mendo has had her struggles as that is hit just past the shortstop, Riley Goff. And that's going to score 2, and Selden will make her way over to second. That'll bring up left fielder Courtney McGraw, who hit into a double play in her first at-bat. 5-0 now. Falcons take a nice little lead here over the Eagles.
Yeah, they're slowly continuing to add on to their lead here as that 2 RBI double.
And running all the way was Selden, and she's going to get to third, and she makes the turn and will head home. McGraw into second, but a passed ball, and she'll stay. So a nice double there for Courtney McGraw. She'll get the RBI. 6-0 now. That'll bring up Adriana Montoya. Singled in her first at bat. She's also towing the rubber today for Solano.
That's already 4 runs scored here in the bottom half of the inning for Solano.
And that is hit, but foul and out of play down the right field line. Montoya, a sophomore this year. We've really seen her hitting improved from last year into this year. And that is hit sharply to the shortstop, looks the runner back and throws to first. Great job there by Riley Goff.
Yeah, it was a solid throw over to the first baseman, Michaela Ramsey, to get that second out of the bottom half inning.
Yeah, good job of looking McGraw back to second. That's going to bring up right fielder Jamie Batto. Jamie also singled in her first at-bat back in the bottom half of the first. So with 2 outs and a runner on second, Batto swings, and that is a pass ball once again, so McGraw will make her way over to third.
Yeah, if Mendocino really wants to get back into this game, they got to fix their defense. It's not looking good here in the early innings.
Yeah, 0-1 count now to Batto. Another RBI opportunity here for the Falcons, and that is inside. 1-1.
So now for Battle, working with a 1-1, just staying patient. This next at bat's going to be crucial if you want to bring in a run.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, Batto was the best buy player of the game. She made a great play out in right field to save a run, and she also was able to bring in the go-ahead run in that game. The next pitch is high, so 2-1 now to Jamie. Jamie, a sophomore, having a good year here for Solano. Two and two now to Jamie. So I brought up sophomore. The sophomores on the team were recognized here today, and you'll be able to catch that ceremony in between our first and second game of this doubleheader here. And that is hit to Finley at third, who Finley unable to field it cleanly. That's going to bring in McGraw. So Batto reaches first, and the Falcons take the lead 7-0.
Yeah, make that 5 runs here in the bottom of the second inning for Solano. They were doing a good job with their hitting, and they're getting lucky on some fielding errors so far this inning from the Mendocino side.
Now in the box, third baseman Haley Enriquez, who popped out to the shortstop. Goff made a fantastic play, too, in the first inning, making her way to the second base side of the bag to get that pop-up. 1-0, and that is hit sharply into right field. It is gone! What a fantastic home run there by Haley Enriquez.
Yeah, you said it yourself, just a great piece of hitting, and that's what really it's been so far for Solano in this game, and give Enriquez her 3rd home run on the season.
So that 2-run shot is going to put the Falcons up 9-0 here in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. First game of this doubleheader.
And now Mendocino's going to talk it over here on the mound, and this is a little bit late in my opinion, as you're getting up to a little bit of a big lead, and I'm surprised it's the first time the coach is out there talking to their team on the mound.
Yeah, that was just a fantastic piece of hitting. Looked like maybe a mistake out over the middle of the plate, and Enriquez did a fantastic job hitting that well over to the left field fence. It's like there is a little bit of a breeze out there pushing right to left, but that ball was all power. No help from the wind with that one. So that's going to bring up the designated player, Brittany Sluzniak. Brittany walked to lead off this inning as we've moved our way all the way through the lineup. Pitch from Hale, and that's in there for a called strike 1. And that is called on the outside corner, so a quick 0-2 count now to Sluzniak.
As Hale is starting to find the strike zone once again. Mound visit starting to pay off.
And that is strike 3. So that's going to do it here for the bottom half of the 2nd. We'll return with the top of the 3rd. And coming up for the Eagles, Jamie Johnston, Krista Holman, and back to the top of the order, Amanda Cardoza. So we're here to start off the top half of the 3rd inning. Leading off for the Eagles will be right fielder Jamie Johnstone. The battle of the Jamies out in right field today. Battle for Solano, Johnstone for Mendocino. That pitch misses 1-0. And that is hit, but foul down the left field line. Hit well. Montoya out in the circle, 2 strikeouts and a walk. She's also had a couple putouts, the grounder and a pop-up into the foul territory. And that misses inside. 2-1 now to Johnstone.
And for the Eagles, heading into this inning, they're really going to want to try to get as many runs as they can, as they're really in deep of a hole after that last half inning.
And that is just a bit high and outside. 3-1 now to Jamie. She steps out of the box, takes a look over at her third base coach. Yeah, the Eagles are going to just want to keep the line moving, get some traffic out there on the bases, as Johnston will take a walk.
And Mendocino will definitely take that to start off the top half of the inning.
That's going to bring up Krista Holman for Mendo. She's behind the dish today for the Eagles. Seen a couple pass balls. And that square round to bunt is strike one. So 0-1 now to Holman, who's got one on and no outs here in the top of the third.
And it's looking like that she wants to get Johnstone over to second base.
And swinging away and fouling back. So quick 0-2 count now to Krista.
Yeah, she's changing it up. She showed sign of a bunt at her first pitch, and second pitch she went at it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on this third pitch from Montoya.
And the quick throw over to first, but not in time. Great heads-up play there by Selden. So 1-2 count now to Holman. That is hit and a pop-up. Looks like Turner making her way over behind third and makes the catch. Great job there by Turner making her way behind third base.
Yeah, solid effort from Turner to get her glove under that ball and battle out the stone a little bit.
That's going to bring up the top of the order for Mendo with Amanda Cardoza playing second base today for the Eagles. One away and one on, and that is hit softly and going to dribble foul. As a reminder, you can find all of our broadcasted games on YouTube. Search our Professor Greg Poff, that's Gregpoff, to find all of our sports calls and segments that are done inside the Solano College television studios. Staying alive is Cardoza.
She's working with an 0-2 count right here on this at-bat. So Montoya will definitely look to try to get her out with the next pitch.
And the delivery from Montoya is high. Oh, and gets past Selden. So that's going to advance Johnstone. That was a little high for Selden to jump up out of the squat for that one.
Yeah, it just was that. With that, Johnstone moves over to second, as you were saying. So now they got a runner in scoring position here in the top of the third inning.
Yeah, and with only one out, and that is another foul ball from Cardoza. So she'll stay alive here with a 1-2 count.
Yeah, she's in a battle right now with Adriana in the second at-bat of the day for Cardoza.
And she got caught stealing to end the first inning. And that is hit well to right field. Batto with a beat on it, but it's not able to get there in time as she throws it in. So a great battle there by Cardoza to get that single and advance Johnstone to third. So the Eagles looking to put some points here on the board, as that'll bring up the pitcher, Aaron Hale.
And Aaron on the season batting clean .354. She also got 16 RBIs as well.
Looking to pick up a few more here. She struck out in her first at-bat. And the pitch, and that is hit well into left field. That's going to score one. McGraw getting it in to keep Cardoza from advancing to third. So the pitcher Hale will put the Eagles on the board, so they still trail the Falcons 9-1. That's going to bring up first baseman Michaela Ramsey from Mendo. Ramsey also struck out in her first at-bat. That misses just a little outside there, so 1-0 count to Michaela.
She's definitely looking to have a better at-bat after striking out in her last one.
And there's 2 on and only 1 out here, so Mendo doing what they set out to do. Is that it's hit just past Larissa at second. Coming in to score is Hale. No, excuse me, Cardoza coming in to score. Hale will make her way to third on that single from Ramsey. So another RBI there for Mendo. 9-2 now. There's a little bit of a powwow in the circle for the Falcons.
Yeah, and I like Solano coming out there to talk after getting 2 runs in already here in the top of the third inning to talk it over and see how they want to improve, as that was something that Mendocino did very late after a home run was hit by Enriquez in the last half inning.
So the mound visit breaks up. Yeah, it was just a hard hit ball there by Ramsey, getting past Larissa Raymond there at second. It's going to bring up Allie Dale, the left fielder for Mendo. Ollie grounded out to Montoya her last at bat, and that is swung on and fouled back. So runners at the corners, still only 1 out here in the top half of the third inning. Already 2 runs scored by the Eagles, as Haley Enriquez is playing in at third. That is in the dirt, and running to second was Ramsey, and it looks like she's in there for this stolen base. That's a good throw there by Selden to try to get that over to Turner, who was covering, just not quite in time.
Yeah,
so
that was a great throw, as you were saying, and Ramsey definitely put on the wheels on that one and made her way over to second with ease.
And that is hit, and it looks like it's going to be a blooper into right field, right in front of Battle. Battle bobbles it, and that's going to score 1 and advance another to third. So yet another RBI picked up here in the top half of the third, that time by Allie Dale. So 9-3 now. Mendo's starting to make a little bit of noise. That'll bring up shortstop Riley Goff for the Eagles. Goff popped up to Montoya back in the second.
Yeah, she has the chance to get her 20th RBI on the season if she can connect on this pitch.
Yeah, Mendo doing what they can to just move the line here and slowly creep back into this game after a monster 2 innings from the Falcons. This will be our last regular season broadcast for Solano this season, this doubleheader here today. It's been a lot of fun watching these Lady Falcons. And that is hit sharply and right over Enriquez's head down the left field line. And it looks like there's going to be some conservative base running for Mendo. They want to hold on to that 1 out and not make any mistakes out there on the base paths, as Goff will get that RBI single. So 9-4 now. Things are starting to get interesting.
And a second mound visit here in the top half of the inning for Solano.
As the Solano skipper makes her way out to have a chat with their infield and pitcher Adriana Montoya. That was a great hit there by Riley Goff down the left field line.
Yeah, it really was. She really connected on that second pitch well, thrown from Montoya, and able to get her 20th RBI on the season. So she's doing a good job already here to rebound after flying out to the pitcher in her last at-bat.
Yeah, Enriquez playing a little bit in at third, and that was just over her outstretched hands. Courtney McGraw did a good job of getting to it quickly and getting the ball back into the infield to keep the runners from advancing any further. Now we've got center fielder Caitlin Tipton up. Runners at first and second, only 1 away. And that is on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 to Tipton, who walked back in the second inning. One of only 2 walks given up by Montoya. But here in the third, oh, excuse me. Yes, that was back in the second. Here in the third, though, she has given up quite a few hits. That is fouled down the right field line. 0-2 now to Caitlin.
Yeah, now she's with working with an 0-2 count now in this at-bat, so.
Looks like we got another battle of the Caitlins. Two Caitlins out in center field, two Jamies out in right field. Don't see that very often, as that is hit softly. Touching second is Turner, and making the quick double play is Aaliyah Turner. What a fantastic heads-up play there by her to end the inning, but not before the Eagles can do some damage, putting up 4 runs in the top half of that third. Coming up in the bottom half of the inning, we're going to have Ceci Yarrow, Aaliyah Turner, and Caitlin Aston. All right, we're here with Ceci Yarrow leading off the bottom of the third. She had a sacrifice bunt in her first at-bat back in the second inning. The pitch from Hale, and she squares around to bunt again. Hale fields it cleanly and throws down to first. So a quick one-pitch, one-out here for Erin Hale.
Now Mendocino's back on the defensive end in the bottom of the third inning. So now, gotta see if that's gonna improve, as the bottom of the second inning was not a good performance from their outfielders and infield.
That'll bring up the top of the order, Aaliyah Turner, who looks at her first pitch in the dirt. Aaliyah's got 2 singles and a stolen base here today. Mendo crawling back into this game. It'll be great for the Falcons to see if they can put more, as that's bobbled by second baseman Cardoza, unable to get the out. So reaching on an error is Turner.
Yeah, good base running from Turner as well to make it all the way to first just in time before the ball was thrown over to first base.
That'll bring up Caitlin Aston, who's 1-1 on the day with a walk. That hit was a double back in the first. And Turner is running, and she'll make it safely to second for her second stolen base on the day.
I don't think Holman for Mendocino was aware of that.
Seen some aggressive base running by Turner here today. That misses just outside, so a 1-1 count now to Aston. And laying down the bunt, but it rolling just foul down the third baseline. So 1-2 is the count now to to Caitlin. Elena's on deck. Aaron looks in and delivers, and that is in the dirt and gets past Holman. Turner's gonna make her way to third. So that's yet another pass ball here today by Mendo.
Yeah, it's just something that the pitcher and the catcher for Mendocino has just not been able to do with Hale and Holman so far. They haven't really been able to connect on those pitches as much as they want to.
It's like the wind's picking up here today, blowing right to left. This warm, sunny day here in Fairfield, California, as Aston works her way into a full count. So 1 on and 1 away for Caitlin. And that is hit, but just foul behind the third base bag. So we'll get set to redo this at-bat.
As both Goff and Finley were chasing after that one, but none of them were able to get there in time.
So the count's still 3-2 now. And she looks at a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Caitlin not too sure about that. That's going to give Mendo 2 outs here and bring up Elena Selden.
Yeah, and that's the second strikeout on the day for Erin Hale, as she's doing pretty decent so far in the bottom of the third inning, as she still has a runner on third, however.
Selden hits sharply to the shortstop, Goff. Goff turns and throws to first for the third out of the inning. So Solano not able to increase their lead here in the third. And as we start the top of the fourth for Mendo, that's going to bring up Finley, Johnstone, and Holman. Welcome back to the top half of the fourth inning. Leading off for Mendo is Haley Finley as the Falcons lead 9-4. However, the Eagles definitely have the momentum going into this fourth inning, scoring all 4 of their runs back in the top half of the third. As that pitch misses high and outside. 1-0 to Haley.
Solano will need to have a better pitching performance in the last half inning if they want to try to keep Mendocino in check.
It's a great pitch there on the inside corner for that swing and miss. Now, it was just a lot of singles back in the third. So yeah, Mendo is definitely able to keep the line moving. That hits the outside corner. 1-2 now to Finley. And sometimes that's what you got to do when you find yourself in a large deficit like that. You just got to get back to just getting runners on and moving them over, as Finley swings and misses at that for the third strikeout of the game for Adriana Montoya. That'll bring up Jamie Johnstone, who worked a walk to lead off that third inning.
And it was the first run brought in, that big scoring output.
And that is hit into left field, but shallow. Making her way over is McGraw, who bobbles it, but staying at first is Johnstone. That's kind of how the third inning was going for Mendo. Just getting on safely with singles. And that's going to bring up that's going to bring up Krista Holman. So she'll be seeing 1 on and 1 out here. As Montoya delivers, scoring around a bunt is Krista. Throwing over to second, getting the force. Great heads-up play there to get the lead runner. And just missed turning 2 there. It's a great defense by the Falcons.
Yeah, and great communication as well, telling Montoya to throw over to second in time to get rid of the runner in scoring position.
So that's going to bring up the top of the order, Amanda Cardoza. One of the many singles back in the third. And that is swung on in foul. It's 2 outs now for Mendo, looking to see if they can get something going.
That was a very high pitch throw from Montoya, but a great try over from the catcher standpoint. Selden to throw over to first to Ceci, trying to get that out.
Yeah, it'll be important for Mendo just to chip away at this lead with every chance you get. And that is swung on and missed. 1-2 now to Cardoza.
That was a high swing from Cardoza. And now working with the 1-2. Probably almost last chance to do some damage here if you're Mendocino.
After Cardoza ended the first inning caught stealing, Mendocino has been really conservative out there on the bases. So that pitch is fouled back. We'll stay at 1-2. So I wonder if that was maybe something that their skipper wanted to focus on. It's not make any outs on the bases and kind of put a little bit of pressure on the Falcons defense.
Yeah, and most definitely, putting as much pressure as you need to on the defensive end is just going to be key for Solano if they want to hold on to this lead.
That is in the dirt inside. Throwing down to second is Selden. Oh, but unable to catch it cleanly is Turner. So just as I mentioned, being conservative out there, we get a stolen base from Holman.
Puts a runner in scoring position now, and was overall a great throw from Selden, but Turner was just unable to get her glove on with the ball.
The pitch from Montoya is high. So full count now to Cardoza. Yeah, that does put a runner in scoring position, but 2 outs for Mendo. And that is in the dirt for a walk.
Yeah, it was a good eye from Cardoza. Overall, a good at-bat for her as she makes her way over to first base now.
So that's 3 walks given up by Montoya. That's going to bring up Aaron Hale. So Montoya looks into Selden for the signs, winds up and delivers, and that pitch is high.
Yeah, struggling to find the strike zone in her last 3 pitches so far. Montoya's just got to stay relaxed and remain focused at this next batter.
So the 1-0 pitch is fouled, even up the count at 1-1.
It's a good job from Montoya to get Hale to swing on that last pitch.
And that is high. So 2-1 now to the pitcher, Hale.
I think we'll look for Hale to remain cautious on this next pitch, with it being 2-1, unless it's a pitch that she likes, that she'll definitely take some crack at it.
As that catches the outside corner to even up the count 2-2. Now she'll definitely have to get a little bit more aggressive here with 2 strikes. You like to at least score 1 more run here in the 4th. Just keep slowly chipping away at that lead that Solano built early in this game. And that is swung on and missed. That'll be the 4th strikeout for Montoya, as that'll do it for the top half of the 4th. Coming up in the bottom half will be Courtney McGraw, the pitcher Adriana Montoya, and Jamie Batto.
If you have an interest in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether it's behind the scenes or on camera,
then this is
the class for you?
Class is held every Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30 in room 121 alongside the library building.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports. It's an education.
Welcome to TV 55. In this hands-on class at Solano Community College, you will learn all aspects of television production, how to use high-end cameras, lighting, and audio equipment in the field and right here in the studio. Whether you are looking at making better YouTube videos, educational or promotional segments, or finding your creative passion, enroll today. Get an art school education at the fraction of the cost. Visit us online at solano.edu. Welcome to
All right, here we are in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Solano still leads Mendocino 9-4, and leading off the inning will be left fielder Courtney McGraw.
And Courtney's had a solid day so far, able to reach on base with a hit as she, in her last at bat, as she looks to have continue off her good performance so far here in the fourth inning.
Yeah, she is 1 for 2 on the day with a double. She did hit into a double play though back in the first, and that is, it's the inside corner. 0-1 to Courtney. And that misses just high. It's a good pitch there by Aaron Hale. Most in the box would have chased that one. But now 1-1 to McGraw. And that too just misses. So after a rough first and second inning, looks like Aaron Hale here has started to calm down a little bit after the third and into the fourth. And that is in there to even up the count 2-2.
Yeah, she only had one runner on base last inning in the bottom of the third, so really looking to continue her all-around good effort here in the fourth inning.
Yeah, and that runner reached on an error. Ooh, and that is hit nicely into right center. Looks like it may reach the fence, making her way around second, heading over to third. The throw comes, and it is a stand-up triple for Courtney McGraw. Courtney's got 2 legs of a cycle here today with a double and now a triple. Great battle there by Courtney. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Adriana Montoya. Montoya 1-2 on the day. So no outs and a runner on third for Adriana.
Yeah, good start to the bottom of the fourth for Solano, getting a runner on third with no outs.
And that pitch is in there for a called strike 1. Montoya did ground out to the shortstop Goff in her last at bat. And that is hit high in foul territory and just out of play, as Ramsey was almost there to catch it. Oh, excuse me, that is Finley. Looked like Finley is over at first. They made a switch. So Haley Finley, who started out at third, is now over at first. Can't quite see who's over there at third. That pitch is in the dirt. 1-2 now to Montoya.
As Montoya on this next pitch, really gotta stay relaxed and try to find that pitch he wants.
And that is hit to the shortstop, who looks the runner back and throws over to first. So another great heads-up play there by Goff to hold the runner. It's going to bring up right fielder Jamie Batto. Some encouraging words there for Montoya as she heads back to the dugout, and Batto steps into the box. So one away and a runner on third for Jamie. Takes a practice swing. That is in there and dribbled just back to Hale. Hale looks at the runner, throws home. Looks like McGraw's caught in a rundown, and she makes her way to home. She slides under the tag. However, the catcher Holman interfered in the baseline. And a heads-up base running play there by Batto to get her way over to second. This is the second time we've seen runner interference by Mendocino here today. Last time it was Finley. This time it's Holman.
Yeah, just very unfortunate, as it was just a off-target throw almost from the catcher standpoint for Holman, and it was not able to get it on.
So that'll bring up home run Haley, as we'll call her now. She's able to hit a 2-run shot in her last at-bat. So we've got a runner on, one away, and now 1-0 is the count to Enriquez. And that is in the dirt. And Holman couldn't quite find it in time, and Battle will make her way over to third. Now we've seen the catcher Krista Holman have a little bit of difficulty here today catching Hale. Haley steps in with a 2-0 count. And that is hit sharply to the shortstop, who throws over to first for the second out, but not before Batto comes in to score. So that's going to increase the lead that the Falcons have over the Eagles, 11-4. It's going to bring up the designated player, Brittany Saluzniak, who's walked and struck out today. As that pitch just misses. 1-0 now to Brittany. Oh, they call? Oh, I'm sorry. They called that a. Oh, got it. 0-2 now is the count. As they appealed over, and the first base umpire called that check swing a strike. And that is just dribbled foul. So a quick 0-2 count now to Saluzniak. Pitch from Hale, and just misses outside.
Yeah, Saluzniak already at this at-bat, working with an 0-2, so really going to try to do her best here to try to get a hit.
It's the 1-2 pitch from Hale, and that is swung on and missed for her second strikeout today, as Saluzniak ends that fourth inning, but not before the Falcons could put 2 more up on the board. Their lead is 11-4 in the top half of the fifth. That's going to bring up Allie Dale, Riley Goff, and Caitlin Tipton. off for Mendo is left fielder Allie Dale.
Instead, it is Michaela Ramsey, the first baseman, up to bat now for the Eagles.
My mistake, you're right. It was Erin Hale who struck out and her at bat to end the last inning.
Yeah, as Montoya throws that pitch on the outside, 1 ball and no strike.
Only 2 mistakes today. I think I'm doing all right. As that is hit down the left field line, but curving foul. That's better than my over-under of 7.
7 mistakes, huh?
Definitely getting the under today.
I think I've had about 10 today, so you should be good, man.
But it's a doubleheader, so we'll see. So 1-1 now is the count to Ramsey. The pitch from Montoya, and that is hit right back at Montoya, who gets a glove on it, but it gets past her and unable to get it over to first in time.
And solid base running from Michaela, as that could have easily been a thrown out, but she has some wheels in that. A good chase over to first in time.
Shot right back at Montoya. She did a good job just to get a glove on it. She wouldn't have. That could have been out to center field. And that's going to bring up Allie Dale, who hits high, and there to make the catch is Yarrow in foul territory.
A good job from Ceci Yarrow to get under that ball, and nice clean shade over there where the dugout is for Mendocino, and able to deliver that first out of the inning.
That's going to bring up Riley Goff. That was a great play there by Ceci. Stick with it. Looked like it might have gone out of the play, as that one does. Fouled off by Goff. So 0-1 now, with 1 on and 1 out for Mendocino here. Looking to keep chipping away at that lead.
Yeah, and Goff was part of that double play that ended the top half of the 3rd inning.
Pitch from Montoya, misses outside. Selden throws it away into center field. But Ramsey not gonna head over to 3rd.
Yeah, it was a strong arm from Selden, but just couldn't connect with the second baseman on that one.
Rare error from Elena. That puts a runner in scoring position now for Goff. That is hit into left field. It's going to drop. Ramsey will make her way to 3rd. So that stolen base was big here for Mendo. So now there's 2 on at the corners with only 1 away for Caitlin Tipton. Enriquez playing in real shallow there at 3rd. As that pitch misses high.
Yeah, with runners in the corner now with 1 out for Mendocino. Be very interesting to see how their batters respond.
And that is swung on in shallow center. There to make the play is Aston throwing in home to hold the runner. And a great pickoff play there by Solano, having the shortstop cut off the throw to 2nd to try to get the runner at 3rd. But a great play there by Caitlin Aston, and a good job getting the ball in to Selden in time to hold that runner.
She had a good chase on that, had a very good angle to get the ball under her glove.
Bring in number 21, Haley Finley, who was moved on defense from 3rd to 1st. And that misses just high. So Finley has 2 on and 2 away, 2 runners in scoring position here in the top half of the 4th.
Yeah, it'll be very unfortunate if Mendocino's not able to bring in these two runners.
Swung on and just tipped right into the glove of Selden to even up the count 1-1.
But now for Solano, a good chance here to end out this top half of the inning, not let any runners score.
The wind starts to pick up here. And that is on the inside corner for a call strike 2. So Finley, who's 0-2 on the day with 1 strikeout, needs to battle here. And that misses outside. Even up the count 2-2.
Yeah, that just barely missed the strike zone. Could have easily been Montoya's 5th strikeout of the day.
And the 2-2 pitch, and that is fouled back in right over our booth. That was a good cut there by Finley. Pitch, and that misses just high. Count's now full.
It was a good eye from Finley to bring it to a full count now.
And that is fouled back. So we'll reset full count. As Solano would definitely like to get out of this inning, keeping Mendocino from scoring any runs. They've been threatening here.
Yeah, most definitely with Ramsey and Goff on base here for Mendocino.
The pitch from Montoya, swung on and missed for her fifth K of the day. That's going to do it for the top half of the 4th. Coming up for Solano will be Ceciaro, then back to the top of the order with Turner and Aston.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting, whether you're commentating a live game
Or hosting your own TV show,
or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester, and remember,
It's more than just sports, it's an education.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting, whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
Or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester, and remember,
It's more than just sports, it's an education.
So we get set to start the bottom half of the 4th inning here. A little station identification. Your Lady Falcons are brought to you today by Solano College Sports Network. You can find all of our broadcasts on YouTube. Search Greg Poff, that's GregPoff. Leading off for Solano will be Ceciaro. And that is on the inside corner for a call strike 1.
As Mendo is continue to have Hale on the mound so far. She stays out there working with the 1-1 count now.
Yeah, Mendo definitely wouldn't mind a quick 3-up, 3-down inning and get their offense back out there. So they've definitely started to put together some innings as the game progresses. So 2-1 now to Yarrow.
Yeah, but first they're going to have their defense really support their offense, as if they want to try coming back in this game, they got to make sure Solano doesn't score.
And that is hit softly. Second baseman Cardoza there to make the out. So 1 away here bring up the top of the order. We got Aaliyah Turner. Leah's got a double, a single, and reached on an air. Leah steps in and takes that pitch high. 1-0.
She's definitely had her work cut out on the base as well. She's got 2 stolen bases on the day so far. As that pitch was low.
Yeah, she's definitely been on her Ricky Henderson here today. Leading
most
off,
definitely,
2
yeah.
stolen bases, a double, a single. Let's see what she does here. The count's now even 1-1. Turner digs in, and the delivery from Hale, and that misses high and outside. Oh, I'm sorry, 3-1. Okay, that's number 3. And that is ball 4. So we'll see if we see another stolen base out of Turner here. As another pitch gets past Crystal Holman there behind the dish. Something to keep an eye on here as Turner is definitely looking to run. That'll bring up Caitlin Aston. And there goes Turner. This soft throw down, definitely not in time. So stolen base number 3 for Aaliyah.
Yeah, it's just something that Mendo has allowed at this point, giving her 3 stolen bases.
And looks like Mendo's going to call time. Looks like we're going to have some defensive changes here. Can't quite see what is going to happen.
You know, might be talking over as well, having a runner on scoring position with 1 out. Their head coach definitely wants to make sure everyone's on the same page and making sure they communicate properly to try to get out of this bottom half of the inning.
As Caitlin Aston steps back into the box, she's looking at an 0-1 count on the day. She's got a double, a walk, and she's struck out in her last plate appearance. Little Guns N' Roses here as the meeting on the mound, meeting in the circle breaks up. See if Turner wants to take third here. It's the 0-1 count, and just bunted right in front of the pitcher, and I'm looking for the call, and it is a sacrifice bunt as Aston is thrown out by Hale at first, as that little bunted pop-up dropped right in front of Hale. But advancing to third, it's Turner. And that's going to bring up Elena Selden.
And with Turner moving up to the third with 2 outs here, the Elena Selden now to bat, she's got a good chance to bring in a run home before this 5th inning ends for Solano.
Yeah, 1 on and 2 outs. Solano leads 11-4. Hale looks in, gets set to pitch. And the delivery is swung on, and oh, foul, but a great play there by the third baseman. Can't get her number because of the defensive switch earlier. Either way, great play to end the inning and to save a run. So coming up in was saying at the end of the 4th inning, coming up for the Eagles, we've got Jamie Johnstone, Crystal Holman, and then the top of the order, Amanda Cardoza. As Johnstone steps into the box, she's got a walk and a single today. The pitch from Montoya, and that is fouled straight back.
As her last at-bat, she grounded out to the pitcher. So definitely looking for another impressive at-bat and to bounce back from that last one.
And that pitch just misses. 1-1.
Oh, okay, yes.
And 1-1 pitch, and that is fouled straight back. So 1-2 now is the count to Jamie. Montoya does have 5 strikeouts on the day. See if she can pick up her 6th here for Solano. And that again is fouled straight back. So it looks like Johnstone's seeing the pitches, just not able to get the barrel on him.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna have to work for a hit now, with it being a 1-2 count.
Outfield's playing shallow. And that is hit, but sharply into left field and curving foul. That definitely would have been over McGraw's head with where she was playing. So Johnstone stays alive and the count stays at 1-2. The wind might have been a factor as it's blowing right to left.
Yeah, just a little bit of a factor as well, as the wind has picked up as this game has progressed.
So the 1-2 pitch from Adriana, and that is hit and again fouled on the left field line. So Johnstone really seeing the pitches here from Montoya. See if she can straighten him out.
Yeah, she has not been afraid to swing at any of these pitches.
And that misses in the dirt and inside, so 2-2 now. So the 2-2 pitch. And that is hit sharply into left, but right there is Courtney McGraw to make the catch. So I guess the defensive alignment did work out after all for the Falcons. So now there's one away for the catcher, Krista Holman. Holman reached on a fielder's choice in her last at-bat. And that is hit foul and out of play.
Yeah, she was also able to steal a base in the top of the 4th inning as well.
Montoya's looking into the dugout.
Over Mendo now. They're at the point in this game where they're almost out of time to try to bring in some runs, as they really got to get their hitting going quickly if they want to.
This is a new ball comes in after that foul ball went out of play. And the home plate umpire doing his best to rough it up a bit, take that new ball shine away for Montoya as she looks into pitch on an 0-1 count. And that is hit just foul down the first baseline. So 0-2 now to Crystal Holman. And Montoya trades in that new ball for a used one.
Holman now working with an 0-2. Would be interesting to see how Montoya pitches to her now.
And that is hit but right at Turner. Turner turns and throws to first. So 2 down now. Mendocino's looking at quite the deficit. That's going to bring up the top of the order, Amanda Cardoza. Gosh, that's number 4. Mistakes on the day. I'm really going to hit the over. And that is hit, but Turner making a great play there to end the inning. So 2 great plays there by Aaliyah Turner. And that's going to do it for the top half of the fifth. And that's going to bring up.
If you have an interest in a career in sports broadcasting,
Whether it's behind the scenes or on camera,
Then this is the class for you.
Class is held every Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30 in room 121 alongside the library building.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports. It's an education.
if you have an interest in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether it's behind the scenes or on camera,
Then this is the class for you.
Class is held every Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30 in room 121 alongside the library building.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports. It's an education.
if you have an interest in a career in sports broadcasting,
whether it's behind the scenes or on camera,
Then this is the class for you.
Class is held every Wednesday from 1:30 to 4:30 in room 121 alongside the library building.
For more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester.
And welcome back to Solano College, where Courtney McGraw is getting things started here in the bottom of the 6th inning for Solano. As Courtney sees that pitch on the outside to start off the at-bat with a 1-0 count. Next pitch on the way is in the dirt this time. 2 balls and no strikes.
So 1-1 count now to McGraw.
And my apologies, 1 ball and 1 strike.
She also has hit for 2 legs of the cycle today, with a double and a triple. And that one doesn't quite make it as Goff's there for the putout. That'll bring up the pitcher, Adriana Montoya. Montoya is 1 for 3 on the day. Grounding out to shortstop Goff her last 2 at-bats.
Yeah, she's definitely due up for a hit here if she's given the right pitch.
As that one catches the inside corner, 0-1. And now it is 0-2.
Yeah, Montoya is 1 of 3 on the day. She was able to get a hit in her first at-bat in the bottom of the first.
The delivery from Hale, and laying off of that pitch is Montoya. So now 1-2. Got Jamie Batto on deck. Batto's reached safely in all 3 of her at-bats. And that is hit, and it's going to drop right in front of Goff. Goff fields it cleanly, throws over to first. So that's 3 at-bats now that Montoya has grounded out to Goff. And that will bring up right fielder Jamie Batto. that misses inside. 1-0.
With it just being 2 outs, they can definitely still add on to their 11-4 lead here.
We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And that is hit just past Cardoza as Jamie rounds first but will stay for her 3rd single on the day. And here comes home run Haley Enriquez. Hit a 2-run shot back in the 2nd. She's 1 for 3 on the day. So Haley digs in, and the pitch misses high. Wind definitely moving out there again. And that is hit into center. Running in but not able to get it as Tipton. Battle makes her way around second, gets over to third safely. So a great hit there by home run Enriquez. That's going to bring up Brittany Saluzniak. Oh, excuse me. That is Larissa Raymond. Second baseman Larissa will be stepping in for her first at-bat of the game.
Yeah, Solano is definitely looking to bring in a runner home, as Sluzniak already on the day has struck out in her last 2 at-bats, so I don't blame Solano for bringing in Raymond here, trying to bring in a run.
So for Raymond stepping in, she's looking at 2 outs and runners at the corners. She turns to get some advice from the home plate umpire, I guess. And running is Enriquez. Oh, and the ball goes into center field. Batto coming in to score on that air. And that is the game. That's going to do it, as we have Solano taking the first game of this doubleheader, 12-4. The game is called in the bottom half of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Jamie Batto scoring the go-ahead run there. And we'll be back for the second game of this doubleheader. Another reminder, you can watch the sophomore ceremony here in between games, as before the first game here, Solano recognizes their sophomores and where they're moving on to after this season. So coming up, game number 2 here shortly. For Solano College Sports Network, I'm Stephen Babb. For me and Nate McKay.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting, whether you're commentating a live game
Or hosting your own TV show,
or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
We hope to see you here next semester, and remember,
It's more than just sports, it's an education.
And we're here with the Best Buy player of the game, third baseman, home run, Haley Enriquez. Now, Haley hit a 2-run shot back in the 2nd inning, and she's also responsible for the go-ahead run in the bottom half of the 6th as the game was called for runs. Now, Haley, why don't you take us a little bit through that at-bat in the 2nd inning?
Mainly just kind of got up there and tried to hit it on the ground because Coach has been working with that, but I ended up hitting it just square and got it over perfectly.
Yeah, that was no cheapie. That was hit well into left. Now, you're one of 2 players on the Falcons with home runs. Today, you moved up to the 3 home runs on the season, but at number 4 is Elena Selden. So are you maybe hoping she sits in the 2nd game of this doubleheader and maybe you can tie her, or, hey, who knows, surpass her?
Yeah, I'm hoping to at least catch up to her, possibly pass her, trying to get at least 6, so see you by the end of the season.
So as the season is winding down and we just concluded the first game of this doubleheader, looking back over the season, do you have any memories that you'll look back on?
I think just our team growing as like basically sisters, coming in as not knowing anyone, and they welcomed everyone really well, and we grew really well together, and that's what helped us play so well.
That's awesome, and it's been a joy to watch you Lady Falcons throughout the year. And that's going to do it for us here after the first game of this doubleheader. For Home Run, Haley Enriquez, the Best Buy player of the game, and for the Solano College Sports Network and everybody on the broadcast, I'm Stephen Babb.